Chapter 11 Why Honey Isn't Sweet. Monica and I are having a breakfast at a famous restaurant in the hotel. Adrian, can you not sue? Besides, nothing happened to me and the baby, for now. Who knows what is going on in Nicole's head? Adrian, just let it go. It's nothing but stressed. When she said that, my eyes automatically went down to her growing bump. I didn't want to argue since my wife is so delicate, even more so now with a baby on the way. I'm sorry, you're right, I said, but that didn't mean that I wasn't going to take any action against Nicole. Since I had knowledge of the future, I knew that the Smiths were beginning to have troubles behind the scenes. However, I can't use the same tactics I used on her family, like in my previous life, remembering how she and the others ambushed me and left me for dead. I needed someone who can disappear without a trace, someone who won't get caught. I need Devil's Advocate herself. I needed Honey's help. I sent her a message saying, "We need to talk, it's about Monica. What time are you available?" Monica said, "Adrian, since you have free time today. I was wondering if we could shop for baby essentials and maybe find an interior designer to do the nursery." "Of course," I said, all excited. Monica beamed with a smile. We left the hotel for the mall. When we arrived, Monica excitedly grabbed my arm. She kept on smiling when we arrived at a high-end branded store. Everything was so cute that she wanted to buy everything. So cute. "They're like doll shoes. Hon, look," Monica said, holding a pair of baby girl shoes. "Hon, the doctor said it's a boy," I said to her carefully. "But what if the doctor is wrong and it turns out to be a girl?" She said playfully, "Then we'll try for another one. We still have a few more visits, don't we? We can ask for another ultrasound to make sure." "Hey, isn't that? It's that overprotective CO from the video, and that must be his wife. Wow, she's gorgeous. I wonder if her red hair is natural. What are you standing around for? Go greet them." The staff noticed us and walked over. "Welcome, sir, ma'am." Monica took the initiative and said, "We're just looking for a few essentials, some toys, car seat pacifiers, and maybe you could recommend an interior designer for a nursery." Excited, aren't we? Well, the room we picked in our house is huge. It might take a while to finish. "Come this way." We were led the VIP room, and the manager greeted us. "Mr. and Mrs. Adams, thank you for choosing our services. I'm amazed that you came here yourselves." The manager said, "I had some free time and my wife couldn't wait to go shopping." I said nonchalantly, "When is the due date?" 5 months, give or take." We were handed a couple of folders. After an hour, we went straight home. "Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Adams. See you at the house." I worked a little before dinner when I got a reply from Honey. "Tomorrow 10 a.m. your time." The next day I took Honey's call in a mall parking lot. "Why are you in your car, in some unknown parking lot, Adrian?" she asked with a judging tone. "Because last time your name came out of my mouth, my entire company thought that I was arguing with my wife, which in turn led you and Monica thinking that I was having an affair. What were you angry at me for?" "Oh, don't think that I don't know that you've been implanting words of doubts about me in Monica's head." I paused and added, "You're smiling right now, aren't you?" She laughed and said, "Of course not, but aren't you going to ask or threaten me to stop?" "Will you?" I asked seriously. She then said with a serious and factual tone, "No, of course not. I'm going to slander you until Monica leaves and her life gets back on track." "What did I ever do to you, for you to hate me like this?" I asked angrily. "Let's start with you making her a stand-in for Nicole," she said factually. I then yelled, "There has never been a point in our relationship that I ever thought of Monica as a replacement." She yelled back, "Don't lie to me. I heard you and your buddies talk at the ship's bar. You idiots made a bet of how long can you get her to fall for you. $1,000. That's how much you think she is worth. Times 4 was because it only took you a month. As if that wasn't bad enough, you made her turn down a once-in-lifetime opportunity to go to one of the most prestigious tech universities in America, just to marry you." I fell silent. I then asked, "Why didn't you tell her about the bet?" "I did, you Devil's Advocate. I don't know what spell or potion you used, but those rose-tinted glasses has got to come off sooner or later, and when it does, I'm going to make you pay for ruining her life," she said as I was sure she was gritting her teeth. "How?" I asked sarcastically. "Who do you think uploaded the video last night?" I paused for a moment before saying, "That was you. How did you get into the computer server?" "I didn't. Monica gave me the controls for the broadcast." My mouth dropped and I asked, "Why would she do that?" "Because I made her." Stupid, shouldn't you be thanking me? If I hadn't uploaded the video, it would have been her word against yours. You think people will believe you without any concrete evidence? I believe I'm owed a thank you from you. I took a deep breath and sighed. There, honey. Now that we said our grievances, how about a favor? She sighed and asked. All right, what do you need? I want to see the Smiths family and others fall from grace, that no one will ever dare to be associated with them. Not even drug lords or mafias. Is this about you almost losing your son less than 24 hours ago? Adrian, that's a pretty big ask. What makes you think I can pull it off? You're a hacker, aren't you? Aside from Monica, you never got caught hacking into anything, I said, smiling. There are a lot of ways to end your opponent. Why choose this one? She asked. Because the other methods of doing so involves people, which can lead to me. That would in turn put Monica in danger. Desperate people can do unthinkable things. Consider it done. How do you like it, cooked, cold, fast, or a slow burn? Slow burn. I want them to suffer. Make them bleed money until they run dry. In that case, scam or blackmail. Blackmail. There is an endless amount of material for you to use, since they've been paying people to keep quiet for years. She then asked, how badly do you want this, Adrian? 50 million. That will make it that much easier for you to get your cyber company up and running much faster. You're investing in my company, which hasn't even started yet. 30% of shares under Monica's name. I also want her to have a position in the board and for her to be a high-ranking senior executive. Trying to ease our conscience, are we? You think she is going to feel a sense of accomplishment by you buying her this? You jerk. Thanks for the money. She then put down the phone. Shopped at 12 since I already knew each and every business dealings and transactions. I invested in new up-and-coming businesses that were going to grow in the future and moved to work from home to take care of Monica. I only left the house for important meetings and the papers that need signed were brought to me by my secretary. Monica and I were putting the finishing touches in the nursery when my secretary came. Sir, here are the papers that need signing, and a Miss Smith came to your office again today. She seemed really frantic, saying that she needed to talk to you. I already told you not to let that bitch in the building, I said as I read the papers in my hand. She said it was an emergency and said that only you can help her. You mean like the time she pretended to be in a car accident just to try to ruin my wedding? I closed the folder and added, don't mind or entertain her. And when I say that she's not allowed in the building, I mean it. Tell the security guards to do their job, unless they want to be fired. Yes, sir. I then turned back to Monica, who sat on a rocking chair behind me with a smile. Just then all three of our phones ding with a notification. Oh my God, Monica said. It was a video of Nicole getting drunk at a bar and going into a hotel room with an unknown man. Slut hon, don't look at it, I said to Monica, then put her phone away. Another notification came, this time involving one of my so-called friends. Idiot, I said as I put my phone away. Later that night we hosted a dinner party in the house with my extended family. Monica sat at the sofa near the piano. My aunts were giving her gifts for the baby. One of my uncles grabbed my attention, saying, the Smith family can't stay out of the headlines these days. Adrian, make sure to stay clear of them. He's right. Take a look at your friend, who tried to help Nicole. He is also now being investigated. Another uncle said, I know, I tried to tell but they wouldn't listen. No wonder Nicole has been bugging me, always coming to the office these past few days. She came to you. I just nodded. I don't help traitors. Uncle then said, either way you are right to stay out of it. I heard that your friend's company is also taking a hit because of this scandal. My cousin then said, Adrian, I don't mean to be rude towards your wife, but it's such a shame that she couldn't finish her masters. Don't get me wrong, I prefer her to Nicole any day of the week. But Uncle then said, Adrian is really lucky to have found Monica, with a wife as smart as her. I have no doubt you will have an outstanding child. Right, that Nicole went straight abroad after high school and had to rely on her parents to get into university. Monica, on the other hand, I don't know, you could have waited a few years, I sighed and said. I already get this conversation from her friend. I don't need it from anyone else's. Speaking of, Monica is planning to join that friend's company when she gets back. Was she your wife's maid of honor at your wedding? The one with a gorgeous skin tone, who was yelling at her phone? My cousin said, that's the one. She's starting up at company while pursuing her master's degree at MIT, I said flatly while drinking my champagne. Interesting, Adrian. I want you to introduce this friend to your cousin here. An outstanding woman is always welcome in this family, my uncle said. I shudder at the thought of Honey joining my family, when I can barely tolerate her as Monica's friend. Click like subscribe to be updated, or click the playlist here.